All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the presentation. Finally, you are here and you're going to learn about customer value optimization and conversion funnel design. So I'm going to tell you why businesses need CVO. So it's a flawed model. This is what most marketers are doing. And you can tell from the picture, the creepy picture, So for our first date, I was thinking we could figure out names for our children. And I see this so often online. I have a friend of mine who was doing website design, and she was just posting a special low price, with nothing to back it. She didn't feature any of her experience. She was going straight for the sale. And that doesn't really work out too well. So here's a shocking statement. Just because you know your product or service is great, just because you know they need it, that doesn't mean they know they need it, nor does it mean they want it from you, even if they do. So here's some stats here. Marital status, interest by age, 18 to 34, never married and do not want to get married, 9%, right? So that kind of speaks to what I was just talking about. So now our methodology, there are 5 things. Number 1, we're going to talk about the lead magnet. 2, the tripwire, the second step. 3, the core offer. 4, the profit maximizer. And 5, the return path. So let me break this down to you so it makes some sense. I know this seems like marketing gibberish for now, but check this out. It'll all come together. So your lead magnet is the equivalent of, what's your number? I'll call you sometime. Your tripwire is, can I buy you a drink? Or do you want to get some coffee? Your core offer, can I take you to dinner? Your profit maximizer, will you marry me? And 5, your return path. That's flowers, date night, you're maintaining, right? Okay, so let me show you how the path should go when you're marketing your services or your products. We start with the lead magnet, then the tripwire, core offer, profit maximizer. So we start with the lead magnet, then to the tripwire. Oh, and it's going to be quite a jump to get to that core offer. But you'll get there. And then your profit maximizer. And that's the path. So the goal is not to optimize conversions. The goal is to optimize customer value. The one immutable law of business growth. He or she who is capable and willing to spend the most to acquire a customer wins. How many times have we seen this come true? So your margin is my opportunity. How do you do this? 2 ways. Raise a few $100 million like this guy, or deploy the CVO growth plan and optimize all phases of the conversion funnel. So step 1, you want to determine product and market fit. That's the first stage. In other words, is their core offer something their market actually wants? I see this very often. People don't, it's a great idea and we go straight to market without testing to see if the market even wants it. So here we go. We need to talk about before, and then we'll talk about after. This is a transition. This is what people can relate to, is before and after. So the distance between the two is value, the value that you offer. That is where you can charge. That's where the money comes. So good marketing and copywriting simply articulates the move from the before state to the after state. Okay, so I'm going to use a product. I didn't know this was a real thing. I had to Google it, check it out for myself, and I thought it was pretty cool. So in the before and after stages, there are 4 things that we need to consider on both stages. What we have, how we feel, what our average day is like, and then our status. So I'm going to use an example. I couldn't believe I found this. It was for a squishy tub. Okay, it's a safe little bathing thing for you to put the baby in and not have to worry about them hitting their little heads up against a hard tub or, touching the cold tub. So before, that's what the problem was. You're trying to bathe your baby in a cold, hard tub. After, You have this warm, squishy tub. It's safe. The child loves it because it's warm, before you felt scared, frustrated, right? What's the chances, with your first child, if you have any, you're scared. You don't want to drop them. You don't want to, you don't want to hurt them. You don't want them to be too cold. You don't want them to be too hot. It's frustrating, right? And then with this warm, squishy tub, now you feel confident and in control. So before, your average day, it was terrible. I've got to go back. I got to keep checking the temp of the water. I got to make sure the baby doesn't crawl away while I'm doing that. It's not something you look forward to. But after you get the squishy tub, bath time is a breeze. So before you felt unappreciated, felt like a chore, a task. Sometimes maybe you wish your spouse or significant other would take over the task for you. And now you feel like super mom or super dad. So here's something interesting. Napoleon said, I've made the most wonderful discovery. Men will fight long and hard, even die for a bit of color ribbon. So once you've identified your market's ideal actor, you can craft your statement of value, right? You've got to be able to put that vision together. So your statement of value, your product or service name enables your customer to experience blank. That's your statement of value. And now that we know what your market wants, your work is done, right? Far from it. That's wrong. Now remember, just because your market wants what you're offering, that doesn't mean they want it from you. The two hurdles. Your prospects doubt in you or your brand. Prospects doubt in themselves, right? It could be one, it could be the other. Biggest hurdle for a lot of people is self-doubt. That's why you need to take your prospects out on a date first. Step 2, optimize the lead magnet. Here we go. So you can see right here, if you're following along on your roadmap, this is exactly where we are. We've chosen our traffic source and now we're at our lead magnet. So what is a lead magnet? It's a small chunk of value that solves a specific problem for a specific market that is offered in exchange for an opt-in, getting a name, an email, phone number. So let me show you what a lead magnet is not. This daily newsletter subscription thing, not a lead magnet, no. Great lead magnets are specific. So this is not one either. Join more than 48,000 readers, get free updates, 20-week e-course, no thanks. Not this one either. Start your 15-day free trial. That doesn't work. Introductory guide, how to use landing pages for your business. No, not that either. Now, let me show you a few great lead magnets. Now, a great lead magnet will make a specific promise, give a specific example, offer a specific shortcut, answer a specific question. So here we go. Make a specific promise. This is a book by Nara Hayden, and it's called Astrological Love. Astrological Love. So this book actually didn't do so well back in the day, but it was repackaged, right? And you can see the difference here. So we went from Astrological Love to How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More by Nara Hayden. And then it says it really works under her name, right? So it makes a specific promise. So here we go. Make a specific promise. Grow enough food to feed a family of 4 in just 4 square feet of space, even if you don't have a yard. Versus you're about to learn inside secrets to survive disasters, pandemics, economic collapse, and breakdowns in civil order. Give a specific example, i.e. case studies. I love case studies. They're great. Join 205,000 of your peers, get the latest articles delivered to your email inbox and your free Facebook marketing video tutorial. But here we go. Look at the right here. We're using our friends over at Digital Marketer as an example. Thanks a lot, guys, for providing this. Free video case study. We generated 250 leads and increased engagement on Facebook in 18 hours without any paid Facebook advertising. No joke. Want to see how we did it? Watch this free screen share video from our founder. So you see, Case study, how we generated 250 leads from Facebook in 18 hours without spending a dime on advertising. Perfect. Now, offer a specific shortcut. You can offer lists, checklists, handouts. Get free instant access to 3 amazing online marketing resources for kicking your business into high gear. Okay, so we're taking people out on a date here, right? What we're looking for is people to opt in. We're looking for leads to say, you know what, this is interesting. This is what I want to check out. This is exactly what I was looking for. The ultimate social media swipe file. Again, copy paste these 72 proven headline formulas to get more clicks from Facebook, Twitter, and your own blog. Wow, there's a lot of specific information in there. Piggyback headlines, threatening headlines, 41 examples you can copy and paste. And you can 3 simple hacks to optimize any headline in 12 seconds or less. This is very specific. As a matter of fact, if you're interested in this, let me know and I'll send you a copy. So more templates, cheat sheets, and handouts. Download the most popular HubSpot content. I love HubSpot. Great software. Also Infusionsoft, but see the free templates they're offering, free ebooks, reporting templates, and they're offering their best content from 2013, the most popular content. See that? So let's see, the templates and PowerPoint has over 114,000 downloads. The ebooks, over 82,000. The free guide, over 16,000 downloads. The anatomy of a 5-star email, almost 8,000 downloads. So, prepare those types of things in your business and you can be prepared to see the same types of results. So you want to answer a specific question. So this is what we call the KISS test. This was put out by a marketer guy, David D'Angelo, and he said really what he did was he took this opt-in form that he created. You're about to learn secrets that most men will never know about women, the KISS test, how to know if she's ready to be kissed. Well, what he did was, you can see he converted that under one of his bullet points. He actually made it more specific and took that first bullet point and made that the headline of the lead magnet. It's pretty cool. It became more specific. So it went from you're about to learn secrets that most men will never know to something more specific, which is how to tell if she's ready to be kissed. So remember, be specific or I'll come find you. I'm serious. I'm not playing with you. Now, finding the hook. If you had 2 minutes to impress someone, what would you say, show, or give them that would blow their mind? Think about that. That's your hook. What's an interesting story or example you can show or tell that proves your product or service works like you say it works? What's the one thing more than anything else your prospects truly want to know? How much is my property worth? When can I kiss her? How do I implement a Facebook contest, etc.? So here's an action item. Brainstorm 3 lead magnet titles. This is an assignment, and I expect to hear from you about what these 3 lead magnet titles are. So I'm willing to give you this. I have a 16-point landing page checklist as well. That'll go out if you haven't gotten it already. And keep it simple. A great lead magnet can have a bad landing page, but a great landing page will never make a bad lead magnet convert. So think about it. What I just said was very profound. Start with your offer. Your offer has to be an irresistible, value-packed offer. It doesn't matter what else you do beyond that point. If you haven't done your homework, it's not going to work. The goal is to double the leads. So step 3, splinter and optimize a tripwire. We're following along here. We're at the offer tripwire stage right there on the screen. So what is a tripwire? A tripwire is an irresistible, super low ticket offer that exists for one reason and one reason only, to convert prospects into buyers. So this is dating me a little bit, but I remember this, and this is an excellent example of a tripwire. So if you remember Columbia Records and Tape Club, would you believe 13 records or tapes for $1? And this accounted for 15% of all music sales. Who wouldn't get 15 albums for $1? So a tripwire is not a coupon. This is a coupon. This is not it. Soft clean carpet. No, that's not a tripwire. This is a tripwire. Furniture steam cleaning, $89, sofa and chair. So do you realize the difference? The tripwire shifts the nature of the relationship, not a coupon, not a discount. It's a special offer at a substantial discount. The best tripwires are splintered from the core offer. So think about that. If you're in the real estate industry, right? How can you splinter off from home purchase? There's so many different tripwires. Now, I told you I was going to make you think, but I'm going to give you a couple just to get you going, right? Here's an example. The top 3 things you need to know when buying a home or selling a home. I'm sure you've seen these before, right? How to prepare your credit for purchasing a home. Things you need to know before getting your first mortgage. You see what I mean? Those are ways to splinter off from the core offer. They're all directly related to the purchase of a home. So we splinter out and we splinter out. So here's an example of splintering through survivallife.com. They have this little ebook called 170 Gallons a Day. It's a little splinter part out. That section for $7 came out of one of these training modules. So it's a good way to give somebody a little peek into what you're offering. And then if they're really interested and it's your best content, it was packed with value, then they have no problem transitioning to the $47 sale. But the splintering didn't stop. You see that we were able to produce more and more smaller resources that we could put out there for $7 a piece, and they would all lead ultimately to the purchase. So, and it's not just information products that this works with. So here's an example. Guitar picks on eBay, $7.99 for 100. Candle supplies. You buy the wicks, they'll sell you the wax. You can make your own candles. Software. Sell products directly through Facebook, right? Shopify. It's great software. Create your Facebook store for free, right? So this is splintering. They help you use their product to create a Facebook store. You love the Facebook store so much that you go back to Shopify and you become a paid customer and get the full e-commerce suite. And that's great, isn't it? So service businesses, a web designer that sells logos, right? You get a logo that you love so much and then you want to get a matching website. A dentist that sells teeth whitening at cost. Of course, well, when you come in for the teeth whitening, you're probably going to get an exam, right? And of course, you'll get money on cavities and root canals and cosmetics, a little bit later. A roofer that offers gutter cleaning. Clean your gutter while he's up there. He's going to probably find some things wrong with your roof that need to be replaced. If he's a smart roofer, that'll be the upsell once he gets done cleaning. A hosting service that sells website templates. Okay, so I'm paying for website hosting for my website, but I'm not a web designer. And what an upsell to get a website template so I don't have to bother with that. Lawn care service that offers a fertilize off-season at dead cost. So they fertilize off-season. They already know you need follow-up. So case study. How we get paid members in the DM Lab without ever selling DM Lab. So once again, friends over at Digital Marketer were generous enough to share this. And this is a premium subscription. So you have to keep in mind that, as we get people to sign up here, sorry, we had a little sound issue there. And one of the member benefits is access to execution plan library. So you get this premium subscription, but then you get these execution plans. So for example, we're going to splinter this execution plan on increasing engagement with Facebook promoted posts. This one right here. Okay. So we're going to splinter this one off. So the membership, you'll get all of these. But when we splinter this particular one out for $7, when you like this one so much, we're leading with putting our best foot forward. You pay $7 for this and you say, wow, what a deal. I increased engagement 20% on my page. It was more than worth the $7 investment. I want more. And as you can see on the right, All it does, it takes them to the membership, which is $386 a year. Now, if you want to see the entire process, here we go. Here's our lead magnet, right? The ultimate social media swipe file. Someone downloads that, right? And then they like that so much, we make the offer to increase engagement with Facebook promoted posts. Well, didn't we just give them a swipe file with all the pre-written posts and stuff they need to do? So they'd be well equipped to increase engagement with Facebook posts. And then once they've increased engagement, they come across and they purchase the core offer. So you see that? Swipe file, lead magnet. Increase engagement with Facebook, that's your tripwire. And then the membership, that's a core offer. I hope this is bringing things into perspective for you. And I hope that you're looking at this and thinking about how this works in your specific business. So from the swipe file to the tripwire to the membership. So let's talk about a couple of types of tripwires. A premium, a physical premium. You want it, but you don't need it, right? The perma match, it always strikes. The free credit card knife, these are all from Survival Guide. Small but critical. Need, but it's not like a sexy sell here. You know, they're guitar picks. Obviously, you're going to play your guitar. You need that. You can't burn a candle without a wick, right? But they're small but critical. A book or a free report, right? Here we have the Obamacare Survival Guide for $4.95, and you can see as a tripwire it's being sold for $5 instead of the retail price of $20. So you're saving over $10, right? A paid webinar or teleseminar. These are really awesome. I love doing webinars because I can repurpose them and make them evergreen. And so if you don't know what evergreen means, is I can always get people to see my webinar trainings. I get to repurpose them and they can see them as though they were brand new. Software, plugins. You know, I love this one right here. FreshKey is pretty awesome. If you'd like that, let me know. I'd be glad to help you out. FreshKey is it's actually the ultimate spy tool for keywords. So I no longer have to guess about what people are actually searching for when I'm doing videos and blogging. I can find out for myself. A la carte services, 1-800-GOT-JUNK here. Case studies, small service as a tripwire. You're going to love this one. So you can see they're at a trade show and they say, get 100 free customers, dominate Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Bing, etc., Groupon. These guys are in the business. So there were 2,000 trade show attendees. 603 people approached a booth. That was a good lead magnet of getting 100 free customers. 87 purchased a tripwire at $20. 19 converted to $500 a month core offer immediately. 23 more converted later after follow-up results. Before, each show averaged 3 new clients at $500 a month. That was before. After, 42 clients at $500 a month, or $21,300 a month just from this one show. So do you see how this works when you put the entire system in play? Hopefully this is coming into context for you. So a source for a la carte service ideas, Fiverr.com. I was a little bit skeptical of this site when I first found it. I was like, you can't get anything good for $5. But you'd be surprised. There's some really good radio talent out there to do voiceovers for me. I've had a few people that have done video for me, pretty cheap. So it's a pretty good service. So discovering your tripwire. What's the credit card knife for your market, right? What is the one thing everybody wants but doesn't necessarily need? Think about it. What's the one thing everybody needs but doesn't necessarily want? What's upholstery cleaning for your market? What's a valuable service you can perform quickly and inexpensively that will deliver results in advance and get your foot in the door? You already know the answers to these. If you've been working in your business for just a couple years, you already know the answers to these things. You just need to stop and reflect on it. So your biggest hurdle, self-doubt. That's why the best tripwires offer a little victory. So let me show you a couple of examples of little victories. A back pain clinic offering hope that relief is possible. We worked with one up in New Jersey. So there's a weight loss product that makes users feel dinner in 7 days, a kitchen remodeler that lets its customers see how beautiful their kitchen can be, allowing a lonely person to feel like they're part of something bigger, associations. So, brainstorming little victories. Scenario 1, the phone call from an old college friend. Scenario 2, casual chat at a PTA meeting. The goal, double the customers, but it doesn't stop there. Once you have a buyer, you should ask them to buy something else. I see this all the time. Don't stop. You got your victory, keep going, push the next one. So in the CBO growth plan, this is known as a profit maximizer. And that's where we are on the stage, right? So step 4, optimize a profit maximizer. So what is a profit maximizer? Whether it's an upsell, which offers someone more of what they already bought, a cross-sell, offering them a related product or service, or a subscription, offering them access to a club, community, or association. Every offer needs something on the back end to increase immediate average customer value and overall engagement with the buyer. That's the profit maximizer. So do you want fries with that? Let's talk about immediate upsells. So here's a case study, Cleveland Equipment. You can see their replacement elements, right? They sell replacement elements. This is upsell. So you've got your sealer, but if you look down, you're going to need replacement elements. This thing's going to get worn and torn. So you see they make that available in their cart system. So cross-sells. Customers who bought this item also bought. If you're from a different planet and you've never heard of Amazon, you've obviously seen this before. Cross-sells, making this available, making the next sale. This is how we should really work in our business. And cross-sells, you should remember, are not necessarily relevant to the core offer. They must be appealing to the market. So Slack adjusters, I love this example because I see it every time. So typically 10 times to 100 times the core offer price. So let's say Starbucks, they offer all types of lead magnets. If you're not paying attention, remember the free iPhone download of the month, the free iPhone song of the day. Those are lead magnets. You know, you come in, you pick up the card, you redeem the app, and you buy a cup of coffee. So the lead magnet brought you in. You get your cup of coffee, which is your tripwire, obviously your core offer. They're going to sell you some other things. If you ever use a Starbucks app, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You get points for buying things they want you to buy. And then it leads to the Slack adjusters once they've gotten you on the core offer. And that's 10 to 100 times the core offer. It'll only appeal to the top 2% of your buyers, and usually sold as an access or done for you solution. So in Starbucks, it's that cappuccino machine that you see sitting in a corner, the top 2%. So let's talk about bundles and kits. This is a Merkur long-handled chrome safety razor. Combine high margin and low margin items when you bundle and make kits. Combine information with hard goods. So here's a case study of bundling. You see this? We're offering a razor at $30. And then you can get the 5-piece grooming set, the bundle, for $112. So you get 4 more pieces in the bundle. And then there's recurring billing. I love recurring billing. Recurring revenue is a beautiful thing. So you can claim your membership in the Lamplighter Society, or you can order through Birchbox and get what you need to get, or even at the car wash. You know, there are different plans. You get different levels of service. In Houston, we have to keep our cars pretty clean because it gets a little dusty out here. So, you know, this is the thing. These recurring billing models are awesome. Let's talk about line extensions. Line extensions are like Colgate, right? So Colgate went into other businesses, dental floss, toothbrushes, water picks, whitening sets. Those are line extensions. Rapid Filter here. It doesn't even have to be your product. It could be a line extension. It doesn't have to be your product. So Commission Junction, here's another example. Share a sale, ClickBank. But the best profit maximizer by far includes some form of speed and automation. So if you can help your customer achieve the desired end result of the core offer, AKA their after happy state, faster and with less work. They'll throw their money at you and thank you along the way. Speed and automation upsells. So physical product offers can offer expedited delivery, assembly, or advanced training on how to use the product. Information sellers can offer done-for-you services, software, and even consulting. Software sellers can often offer installation or migration services, as well as higher level of customer support. Consultants and service providers can offer a more hands-on experience or the opportunity to move your client to the front of the line. Speed and automation upsell ideas. So software application done for you, audit and strategy sessions, private labeling, templates and themes, supplements, equipment, tools. There are 3 magic words. Want some help? The goal, double your profit per customer. But that's not all. What about those people who opted into your list but didn't buy on their first visit? Why not email them and ask them to buy something else? In the CVO growth plan, this is known as the return path. That's at the bottom, you see? So we can join the return path. This customer has already bought everything. And let me bring this into perspective for you. So because I have experience in website design over 20 years, a lead magnet would be, the guide to branding. You download the guide to branding. And then after that, you get an email from me. And then I offer you a tripwire, and I'll say, hey, you know what? I'll do your basic vector logo for $50. And I do that, and then I offer the core product, which is my super logo. Now my super logo is a lot more expensive. It's going to be anywhere from $500 to $3,000, right? So let's just call it $500. Now I have a core product. Now you'll get my vector. You'll get a vector logo, but at this point, you'll also get 10 variations, white on black, black on white, full color, grayscale, PDF versions, Illustrator versions. You want to get your vehicle wrapped. We'll give you everything that you need for that. And then we'll do an entire branding kit. My Profit Maximizer is going to include the logo, the branding, all the variations, a matching website, a matching, full branding kit, basically, and then once you've taken somebody all the way through that process, you have to create a return path, right? So at that point, I know this person has brand new branding, they have a matching website, but what is the next step? And the next step in the web design business would be then to optimize the website. We can go back and do SEO. We can add some lead generation, right? So that's the return path. It's still bringing the customer back, and it's increasing the lifetime value of a customer. Hope that example helped. So step 5, architect a return path. What is a return path? Thanks to the lead magnet offer, we now have the ability to go back to non-buyers and put them in a follow-up series to increase initial conversions. Equally important, we also have the ability to go back to our buyers who didn't purchase everything in the sales funnel, i.e. our tripwire, core offer, and Profit Maximizer, to increase the average customer value and overall buyer frequency. So what are the types of return paths? The constant strategic communication, automated follow-up, exit offers when they're leaving your website, and retargeting using Facebook ads. Constant communication. If you aren't broadcasting to your email list at least once a week, you obviously hate money. But it's not just email. Talk to your customers. Callfire is an awesome platform that allows you to send automated text and voice broadcasts for some of the biggest brands in the world. eFax, B2B, send faxes too. Attend industry gatherings. Exit offers, so you can see all the incoming traffic. New visitor who enters the site and looks at 3 pages and leaves, they see an offer. Visitors who've added to a cart and return back, you have the cart abandonment exit offer. Hey, go back and finish your offer now and I'll give you 5% or 10% off. Exit offer idea, offer a new lead magnet. Highlight an unadvertised bonus. Offer a quiz or survey. Offer a sale or a discount. Retargeting. So an internet user visits your website, they leave your website, later they browse the internet, your ad displays on Google or Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or Pinterest. It could be any of those. Your retargeting ad captures their interest, and the internet user then converts into a loyal customer. So here's the advanced dynamic funnel retargeting that we use. So it's pretty simple. Here, for example, let's say you opt in, but you don't make a purchase. So I create a Facebook audience, a Tripwire sales URL that includes a core offer sales page. So all this is this is just an ad that says, hey, this person was at the page, but they didn't buy. Let's put an ad in their face so that they can go back and buy. This is now a dynamic audience that Facebook will constantly change. So as people are visiting these pages, you don't manually have to go in and enter or change anything. Facebook will do all of this for you. So here's an example of a reminder ad. It says, did life get in the way? You forgot to take advantage of this deal? Enjoy the 212 blog ideas, right? Notice the similarity to the original ad. This wasn't fully and intentionally this was on purpose, no doubt. So you can see how the ads look similar, but slightly different. The headline contains some of the same things, 212 blog posts and both ideas, 212 blog, right? And ideas. So these are very close. It's done this way. It's called AdSend. So another example, here's download the 72 proven headlines for social media. Boom, and the retargeting on the right. So that Tripwire ad accounted for 42% of sales on that product in the last month. 42% for the Tripwire. Big lesson. The future of traffic isn't about who can get the most clicks the cheapest. It's who has the most people pixeled. So here's a few links for more information. Facebook, we can go over this another time if you like. Some retargeting networks. Just a few resources for you. 17 steps to boomerang traffic. If you're interested in these execution plans to help you out with your digital marketing, please let me know in the comments, in the chat. Just reach out and I will send you the information to get access to this. So Facebook, building a Facebook social list, your boomerang traffic plan, it brings them back. You can use this link here to basically get a $1 trial offer. So automated follow-up. Here's your stop nail biting. Free report, 3 mistakes to avoid when ending your nail biting habit, right? And somebody fills this out and they're getting automated follow-up. So now I want to introduce you to the 5-part invisible selling machine. And this is what we call the machine. Indoctrination is the first step. This is one thing I see a lot of people do all the time. They just, they get somebody to opt in, they're new at this, and they never introduce yourself. Can you imagine just going into doing business, you never introduce yourself, you never said your name, who you are, right? You want to turn strangers into friends. You want to ask them to whitelist you in your email client. That's a big thing, okay? Asking them to whitelist you is going to get you into their inbox. Otherwise, you're wasting your time and theirs. Show them the best of your best of campaign. Inside of our indoctrination, we highlight our best case studies. We show them our best stuff, and we bounce them around, and we get a little personal. So you can see right here, these are the templates that we use. We make these available to you if you're interested. A perfect welcome email, and this is what it looks like. You go in, you fill in, connect the dots, right? And then we go into engagement. So now we've introduced ourselves. They know exactly who we are. They know why we're credible. They know how long we've been in a business. They know we know our stuff because, well, we showed our best stuff, right? We always lead with our best stuff. So interest-based follow-up. This is lead magnet centric, right? This is where the money is made. So we're pushing them to the lead magnet now, right? And this is where the money's made. This is where product price determines sequence length. So what I mean is that you're not going to send just 3 emails if you're trying to sell a house. Obviously, you're going to send a lot more emails than that, probably over a period of 2 years. That's usually a good way to do it, right? So if you're doing a small thing, 3 to 7 emails, 10 emails, sure, that's fine. But the more expensive your product, obviously, the more you're going to have to communicate. So here's an example, the Gain Logic Fear campaign. I love this one. What I do is I make an offer and then I send 3 emails in sequence to take this away. So what I'm doing is gain. I speak about all of the things that they have to gain from downloading this. The next day, I sent another email and I told them all the logical reasons why they need this. These are all reminders. And obviously the third email, fear, which speaks to scarcity and urgency and says, hey, you know what? I'm taking this away. I made this offer. You haven't taken it. You're probably not, this probably isn't for you. Right. And I take that away. And I'm telling you, this campaign works. So I follow that up typically with the "Are you still?" follow-up campaign. Are you still? So nobody likes to feel stuck. So some of the examples of have you blank yet variation. Have you lost those 10 pounds yet for weight loss? Have you broke 90 yet for golfers? Did you run that marathon yet? Have you finished your funnel yet? Have you whitened your teeth yet? So day one, it's immediate. We deliver a lead magnet. We welcome them. Then day 2, we start our Gain Logic Fear campaign. Day 3, logic. Day 4, fear. Day 7, we follow up with, are you still or have you yet? And then day 14, are you still, have you yet? The second attempt. And then day 21, are you still? And that's the third attempt. So over 21 days, we created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touch points. That's a beautiful thing. So let's talk about the next step, ascension. We're going to turn ordinary buyers into multi-buyers, establishes a value loop. It doesn't need to be your product. And you can upsell and abandon using your Gain Logic Fear campaign. So I offer a lot of services, with partners that they complement. There could be cross-sell, there could be upsells, but lots of partners. So don't get stuck thinking that you have to produce everything. So we're going to talk about step 4, which is segmentation. This is your primary broadcast list. One job, segment subscribers into engagement series. This is your value first strategy. All your money is made in engagement and ascension phases. This is how you'll make more while mailing less. So let me give you an example of a segmentation series, the BDC campaign. So Monday, we send a blind, pick the low-hanging fruit. Tuesday, direct. We're going to segment topic engaged subscribers. Wednesday, we're going to send content. It establishes goodwill and builds interest. We're going to take Thursday off, let them catch up with all the value we passed. And then Friday, we're going to send Wildcard 1 and Wildcard 2. And this is a BDC campaign. So actually at Wildcard 1 and 2, I'm actually going to send 2 different offers there to try to get them back into the engagement or the ascension campaigns where they're making their purchases at. So this gives me 2 options. That's 5 emails, and I put out 2 offers for purchases. And then Sunday, we take that off, cleanse the palette for the next week. All right, so let's talk about part 5, re-engagement. So we want to send to non-opens clicks after 60 days. So there's a couple different reasons why we don't want people sitting on our email list and not doing anything. It affects our deliverability, 1, and 2, if we have people on our list who are not active, who are not engaged, who are not really interested in what we have, we want to start to get them off our list if that's what they really want. But if they're interested in purchasing and maybe they forgot about us, then the other thing that re-engagement does is it gets them into an engagement series, which is where we want everyone to live because that's where we're making our money. So start with gifts and flowers. You want to shift from a passive to aggressive relationship here. The goal is to get them into the engagement series and remove them from the unengaged. The goal, double the frequency. Doubled leads, doubled customers, doubled profit, doubled frequency. Running the numbers, $1,000 a day business. 2 times your leads equals $2,000 a day. 2 times your customers equals $4,000 a day. 2 times your profit equals $8,000 a day. 2,000 your frequency equals $16,000 a day. Are we tracking? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm telling you, this is what gets me excited. That's a 16-time increase. Now you see how it's possible to double, even triple your business. This is how you become unbeatable. All you need to do is deploy all 5 phases of the CBO growth plan.